Cold calling is great. It can be used in tandem with all of the other forms of marketing, and it is one of the least expensive forms of marketing, but also a very high energy, high impact form of marketing. The reason calling works is because everybody has a phone. Even though mailers are super effective because they have their address, once you get the right phone number, cold calling and calling them is the next best hit, because you know that they are going to answer the phone and they're going to at least have a little conversation with you. The whole point in cold calling is to book an appointment. It's not negotiate over the phone. It's not see if they're ready to sell. It's not get all the information of the property. The whole point in cold calling is book the appointment. There are scripts you can follow. We're going to do a video with a series of videos on scripts. But for the first point, and just understand you've gotten a list. Now you go and you get the phone numbers. If you just have a list with one phone number for one seller, that's a bad cold calling list. You've got to get 5, 10, 15 numbers for that one address, because you may call and you may get a cousin. The phone number may not be the actual seller's phone number. You may call, you may get the seller, but you don't get the truth from them. When you call and you get their cousin, their mom, their sister, their son, their daughter, their spouse, their ex-wife, these are the people that you want to be calling to finally get the information on this property. And sometimes that one phone number that comes up isn't the right one. So when you're building your list, make sure you got numbers on numbers on numbers, so that you can effectively get through to that actual person who owns that property, who makes the decision. Building your list is extremely important when you're cold calling, and then dialing through your list consistently. If you haven't touched that person once a month, you're not doing your job. Getting a cold calling program like Mojo Dialer, a system that allows you to dial 2, 3 people at a time, putting it into your database and then just dialing automatically, is going to dramatically speed up your cold calling process. We use those programs because they take us from, instead of calling 1 to 25 people in an hour, you're calling anywhere between 25 to 100 people in an hour, and it makes you extremely effective. Cold calling tips, do it. If you're mailing people, you had better be cold calling them also.